Bloodborne. I have a Kickstarter finishing up today, so I'm not going to have time for a whole lot of streaming. This is just going to be a short jaunt through the Forbidden Woods. And hopefully a short encounter with the boss there. These guys occasionally can just wreck my shit because, like, I do not do well in gank fights, honestly. So I may end up calling for some help. That's okay. Our elite Whoop-Ass Patrol can handle it. Do an inventory check right here. Okay, we got 4 chunks. 3 chunks. 3 chunks. Okay, go over here and get this. Some Twin Blood. Won't come in handy. That was something else. Lamps once again lead us down toward civilization. There are gonna be some snakes. If you're a person who doesn't like snakes, you might not want to play Bloodborne. Because there are snakes here. So there's your content warning. Trigger warning, snakes. Oh man, snakes. I'm glad I don't have any snake-related traumas. I'm glad there's no, like, hereditary mental illness sitting around here. I mean, I imagine there's an immense amount now that I think about it. But that's my giant spiders. Oh, whoa. So, like, if you wanted to get all the Twin Blood you needed to upgrade your weapon, and you didn't want to go someplace really stupid like I did, you probably could have just come here, admittedly. Admittedly. Maybe you'd have had a better time. I do not know. I actually like doing bonus late game areas as early as possible. Because I like walking around with cool shit to equalize things. Oh my. No thank you. I prefer not to. Like Bartleby the Scrivener. If you want to find out more about Bartleby the Scrivener, read the works of Herman Melville. Or don't, I'm not your dad. But it's a good story, and it's absolutely a horror story about living with mental illness. And also an indictment of also an early indictment of corporatism. So that's pretty cool. Bartleby the Scrivener by Herman Melville. Check it out. Reading is magic. Like the actual magic we have in this game. Which reminds me, speaking of actual magic, there's some in here. There's also some weirdies. Oh no, there's not. Wait, but there's some weirdies. So that's pretty good, right? You like that? Look at those guys. Look at those silly fellas. What are they doing? They got no business. No business at all. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good rune. That rune has stamina on it. Stamina. Nice, we love stamina. 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 It's great. It lets us do more things. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Or by that I mean, we're gonna run past some pigs. Running, running. Running past this piggy. Oh wait, this pig's got vials on him. Might as well. Oh, 4 vials. That's actually a decent amount of vials. Thanks, pig, for your noble sacrifice. Sharp blood makes skill scaling, nourishing, adds to your arcane scaling. There's a summon over there to help us with the next boss. There's, I believe, 2 summons up here to help us with the next boss. Oh no, it's just this garbage dick moron. No, we don't need his help right now. That guy's ability to ruin this encounter is truly epic. The thing we're about to do is hard enough without a younger Medeiros twin messing up fucking with our shit. Is it over here? Nope. Okay, fine. I do not know where to find I've forgotten where to find older Medeiros twin. There was a time when I knew. This I swear. Well, now we just have down here. And down here, we just have our next threat. Now these guys, there's a good chance your build really hates one of these guys. And our build does really hate a couple of these guys a lot. We're a bit squishy, we can't take a lot of fire, and the sword guy's got a lot of reach. So you're gonna feel tempted to just bully one of them and take one of them right off the board. This is not the strategy. This is absolutely not the play. It is the nature of this fight that these guys transform at half. In fact, it seems likely this guy's about to. And then they are all transforming, and so they're really okay. See, that guy got me. That guy bushwhacked me, but this is actually not that bad. This looks like I can probably do it in a couple of tries, honestly. I have seen worse. What's here? Yeah, Madman's knowledge. We'll sneak past that guy. Actually, we don't stealth past the pig, because the pig is full of delicious blood bottles that we need for living and such. No, 2 delicious blood vials for living and such. Not bad. Yeah, these pigs got a lot going on. Pig, fist in a pig. Pig, fist in. I was fist in that pig. That's our song about pig fisting. Sometimes you gotta fist a pig. You know what? I think I will actually call for a friend this time. I will not assemble a full whoop-ass patrol. But this is Henrik. Henrik was Father Gascoigne's hunting partner. Henrik was the hunter who was attacking Eileen the Crow. We defeated him in case we needed his help later. And I don't know if we necessarily need it, but, like, I think it makes the fight easier to not be outnumbered 3-1. Okay, cool. Alright. The Blood Rapture rune allows us to heal when we do a visceral. It's a good rune. It's a fine rune. It's a respectable rune. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna get ourselves some more arcane. Then we're gonna hit the lecture hall, replace some vials, and also get ourselves some more arcane.
Very well. Farewell.
Man, this saw spear is actually like hitting like a truck. Actually, I am a little surprised by the damage potential on the saw spear here. But things will even out when we when we get ourselves a couple of decent gems for the Holy Moonlight. Alright, let's go home. Grab ourselves some more vials. Get a point of arcane. Actually, check on the gems we can put into our Holy Moonlight. Oh yeah, this is strictly better. Though it is less damage versus the kin. Fortunately, like, not a lot of the stuff we're going to be fighting here on out, besides the next boss, is the kin. We got some eyes. And so now we've done that, now we can head back to Frontier. That's right. Forbidden Grave. It is forbidden by ape law. This grave is forbidden by ape law because it is inhabited by ghost snakes. It's a good reason to forbid things. In this case, I honestly think they made the right call. We're about to see some new kinds of weirdies. Ah! Ah, fuck. Okay. These guys aren't necessarily difficult, but they are irritating and they can get you by surprise if you're not careful. And I must admit, the playstyle I am teaching you guys is intrinsically not careful. We are not being remotely careful. We are gunning it. So what are we doing here? We are looking overhead. We are figuring out the best time to go and run. What do you think we should run? That's called a phantasm. Kind of a creepy guy. My advice for you when you encounter a phantasm is run! Just like when you encounter these guys, you should also run. God, there's 3? That's okay. Fortunately, we can get here while aggroing fewer of them now. Here's where we run. Then we go in here and we run. And we go up the stairs. We get our echoes. They are still precious. And we encounter Yuri. Something is wrong with my square button. Damn. Okay, just kill that first one before you come in here. Before you face Yuri. Be careful what you're actually pressing square instead of negative edging your square when you do the Augur Febriatus, because that can happen sometimes. Because your hand is poised on it to get ready to hit. Flyman, he's a problem. Flyman is definitely the kind of nuisance insect that gets in your way. And that's how you fight her. Kind of sloppily and awkwardly, honestly. She gives you some blue elixir. Blue elixir is a very important item. And I will soon show you how what blue elixir's for. Because we'll be going to a place where, get ready for this, we're going to do some running. I know. You weren't expecting there'd be more running, but, there's a lot of conflict in this world. And while we may be poised to defeat it, say. This item could be really good if you have a non-arcane weapon that you want to infuse with arcane at the expense of some bullets. Which is very situational and probably not for this build. But it's nice that it exists. We're happy for it. You can summon Damien of Mensis for help with the next encounter, or we could actually summon our boy Henrik. We got some new clothes. I really like this outfit, and I like the top hat, mechanically, believe it or not. Because the top hat, being such a big hat, this guy is out here. He is pointing out at the water. We remember him from the... We have now freed him. The Night room. Pretty good, huh? Coming? Okay. Maybe Henrik isn't coming. Shit. Maybe Rom just has more hit points now. This is Rom the Vacuous Spider. As opposed to Rom the Spider who has a lot going on, but defines herself more by her friends and hobbies. Oh, Henrik, cool, there you are. Henrik does not understand that the faceplate of these spiders is, nearly indestructible. Okay. So now Rom is down lower, and Rom is going to summon more spiders and do more stuff. And irate Rom remembers some of her magical abilities that she learned at Bergenworth. Do we learn the Meteor spell? No, it dies with Rom. We learned some other magic. Okay, well. That sucked, but it looks like we are within striking distance. And I like Henrik a lot more than I like the other guy, Damien Amensis. Damien has a better projectile weapon, but covers your ass less in the fight. And dies sooner. Henrik is tankier. And I like that about Henrik. If you're a jock, call him a nerd. If you're a nerd, call him the jock. Is a good policy for summons. So our policy is going to be to call the jock. For help. On your new game +1, maybe you want to try this without summons. But new game is just where we're learning and where we're enjoying the game. We're being leisurely about things. Actually, we're not getting, we're not getting all bent out of shape about how the game should be played. And that's fine. That's better. Honestly, to have that attitude. We can be harder on ourselves when we're better at things. It's people's tendency, incorrect as it is, to be hard on themselves when they do know how to do something. I mean, when they don't know how to do something. And that's the wrong way to come at it. Oh yeah, we got those spiders down real quick. Okay, we did not get the teleport cancel. The teleport cancel has gotten harder to do as later patches have come out. God damn it, those meteors. Okay, you gotta get out of the way of the meteors. Which is some bullshit. But that's okay. Alright, we're gonna give this, yeah, no, I think we're fine, though. Other than the difficulty surviving the damn meteors. I mean, if getting one-shot by meteors becomes a problem again next time, I'm gonna go back to the lecture hall and grab a point of vigor, a point of vitality, and see if we can power through those 3 meteors. Because that seems reasonable. And then we jump down, and we kill all these spiders. Be careful, these spiders can, if they get on top of you, or outnumber you, they can wreck you pretty easily. My dude. Bug's over there. Okay. Now we're gonna wanna just hope it sees Henrik first. It's not feeling magic-y. Gotta learn to dodge meteors from above and below, and spiders coming in from above. In short, this is Bloodborne, the world wants you dead, and this giant bug also wants you dead. This is a hard boss. Most people struggle with this thing through their first playthrough. Because there's they're not good AoEs in this game. Because that's not how hunters roll. I mean, actually, Soulsborne games don't tend towards, high-powered AoEs. That doesn't happen until Elden Ring and Night Rain, really. Alright, now we're in the final phase. Now, basically, we get Henrik to distract the spiders. And we pretty much just go in for some guerrilla warfare against Rob. Leave a nudge. Okay. That is the power of the nudge. Do not deny it, do not defy it. Oh shit, are you fucking kidding me? Oh wow, that is a very rare drop. Occasionally these spiders will drop insight, and technically, the most, like, technical kind of technically ever the fuck ever, we can farm that insight. This requires so many encounters with Rom, and for you not to be summoning, that you shouldn't do it. But if you wanted to grind yourself to 99 insight like an idiot, you can grind yourself to 99 insight like an idiot. It just requires very high arcane, a couple of eye runes, and another rune that we're probably not getting because it involves doing some annoying stuff in the research hall. And the research hall is an area I like to beeline, even though it has some okay stuff there and some okay stuff for an arcane build, like the Black Sky Eye. I mean, if we're fighting Lawrence, which I honestly, like, I might fight Lawrence. If we're fighting Lawrence, maybe the Black Sky Eye is a good idea. And I might go up into the rafters and do errands for the big head lady. Okay, and now we are back in another part of Yargle. The bell-ringing woman, it tends to appear mostly in the Chalice dungeons. The Chalice dungeons being part of the Chimerian Labyrinth underneath Yarnum. The bell-ringing woman will continue summoning monsters until we say no, please stop summoning monsters. And we do this by killing her. Because she's not super receptive to no, honestly. This is one of the worst traits of the bell-ringing woman. Like, you could be cool, but no. You've chosen not to be cool. And we've got our arcane up to 26. This area is where we will get our Holy Moonlight Sword strong enough to start swinging it around. Now here there are precious bloodstone chunks, and we're gonna have to stop and grab them. Those are fortunately at the opposite end of things after we have our lamp already. So that's not bad. Right? Oh, nope, wrong way. An iron Yargle helm. Sorry, gentlemen, I am not here to steal your helm, I promise. I got misdirected. I know, you liked that helm. My bad. This shit all looks the same, guys. Cut me some slack. Now we run in. We're gonna cut off some spawns here by killing this lady. The second worst thing about her is her stupid AoE attack. The worst thing about us right now is our lack of stamina. What's in here? I keep forgetting. Ooh. Hey now. And the dream is over. Just getting my bearings and figuring this out. Where's the other way around? Is this the way out? No. The Mensis ritual must be stopped, or else we will all become beasts. Yes, we do need to stop the Mensis ritual. It is really, really important to stop the Mensis ritual. So if you're planning on doing another thing that isn't stopping the Mensis ritual, you should reconsider. Somewhere up here. Sorry guys, it's kind of dimly lit. This way we got this. I swear there was another door here. Oh right, here's the other way. Which Garrett forgets to buy a lamp like a dumbass. Nope. We're gonna run past these guys for now, because we got bigger fish to fry. We gotta go through here. And then we gotta go through here. And we have an insane marathon of horrible nonsense to run past. But we got a bloodstone chunk. Should we risk our lives for upgrade materials? The answer to this is yes, always. Okay. So that can happen to you. And it's gonna. Do I perhaps need to, I could put on a more arcane resistant coat and maybe reduce the damage coming in there. Alright, yeah, we're putting on some student clothes. This is, I believe, the way down to the secrets area. Yes. Oh, whoop. Sorry. Sorry, ladies. My mistake. My quarrel's not with you, I'm just looking for something. I think there'd be some notes on the ground. But nope, it's just blood stains. Damn, okay. Yeah, this is hard. This is a really difficult, like, this is Olympic level Souls Evasion stuff. So don't feel bad if you get it wrong sometimes. Everybody gets it wrong sometimes, except for people who are like, hey, Zeus, here's toast, and fighting cowboy. Because they can do it literally blindfolded. Until the point where you can do it literally blindfolded, you're probably gonna get it wrong sometimes. And it's alright to get it wrong sometimes. Because nobody is perfect. Not even Lady Maria. She did all those science crimes, for one thing. Oh yeah, okay. Now you will get to here. You'll go here. You'll kill this little monkey. You'll get his 2 precious bloodstone chunks, which I believe puts us at 6. making us less likely to have to die for chunks. Oops, I stand corrected. Not that we won't be dying, not that we'll be dying for chunks, but we'll be dying for chunks. And this is our opportunity to dash. For 8 blood vials. Okay, that's fine. That's an okay thing to dash for. Iframes! These guys stay dead because their bell ringer is dead. Now we're going to do something very dangerous. And this may lead to dying for chunks. But that guy guards chunks, I believe. She dropped bullets, and that's nice. It's not necessary for us. So we go down here. And we risk dying for chunks. Okay. This guy's got twin blood, but I think somewhere in this area are chunks. Or some hidden chunks. If there are no hidden chunks, I apologize to you for coming down here. Oh no, there's chunks. There were chunks. There were chunks the whole time. It was chunks. We got chunks. And that will get our Holy Moonlight Sword up to +9. Yep. That is our last chunk to farm there, actually. Now, we have a rather different priority. Which is running! More running. Oh fuck, we run in. Yeah, okay, Madman's knowledge, not bad. Oh lord, I'm running. Oh, I am running. Ow, hey! Quit it! What'd I do to you? Jerks. Okay, and now we are about to see the beginning of the Mensis ritual. Sounds like some really squirmy stuff from 7th grade health class, but no, it's much worse. When the moon starts to bleed, and the moon's gotta feed that Mensis. This is the one reborn. He is unpleasant. And to make matters worse, he's getting some help. He has ads. If you want me not to have ads, remember to subscribe. Because none of us like a fight with ads. Now we go up into the minaret. Hey! Let me kill these witches. Amber and clown mirror back of my Dracula. Oh shit! Probably unnecessary. Might have done some hot dog in there, I admit it. If we do not kill these witches, not only will they make you climb in the back of their Dracula, they will heal him. Making the DPS race against a guy with a big close-up AoE even more excruciating. And we want none of that. We want a reasonably fair fight. As fair as this fight gets. Because this dude is gigantic. It's not going to be fair until we are the size of one of these weirdies, and we are never going to be the size of the weirdies. Our advantage, however, is, the hitbox on us doesn't have a zip code. Jerk. Can you imagine the fucking audacity? Much for the red glow and the falling chunks of, 7th grade health class. In general, if you cannot be caught in a big red glow, you probably should. Okay, fuck, I'm missing the viscerals on this guy. That's okay, though. Oh man, the nudge right before the red glow. And that's how you kill the one reborn. Now we light this lantern and we go bank these echoes to get one more point of vitality, so we're hitting 30. To get our Holy Moonlight to a +9. To maybe put some lightning on our sword. That could be fine. This is a treat. Oh. Oh, hey. Yeah, no, okay, this is actually looking not bad now. Now let's... Hey!
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let me.
Do I have 2? Yeah, I got 2. Alright. The rest of these are on refreshing our vial supply. Then let's examine our stuff. Let's replace guidance with anti-clockwise. Moon feels good. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, and moon feel good right now. So I am not farming. If you're farming for items, you obviously put on an eye rune. The next area has a boss that takes for fucking ever, so I'm not going to be doing the next area right now, because it's the last day of my Kickstarter and I still have more Godzilla movies to watch and review. But what I will be doing is with this newly empowered Holy Moonlight Sword, going to see if these dicks in the research hall are in fact resistant to my shit. And then, time permitting, I might go check out something that's going down at the church. Okay, what do you need? You need brain fluid? Okay. Yeah, actually, I might give you your brain fluid in the next stream. We're nearing the end. Another turning point, fork stuck in the road. I think we all know where that's going. Alright, so, anyway. We're going to once again call on our friend Yamamura, the Wanderer. That Yamamura. Alright, let's go. Hey, buddy. So they stagger hard, but they don't stagger long. Okay, you guys might be arc resistant, so I'm gonna pick up this shit here. That is kind of funny. I guess I rolled the bolt at the same time. They're in the DLC. They're called the Living Failures. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you should have no idea where I'm right now. I am in the research hall in the DLC. But yeah, that was a bad time. I think I can still get them. If I confirm more viscerals. Yeah, this area is Lady Maria's home base. This is where Lady Maria does her experiments. Oh, it is a ton of the same dude, yes. These are attempts to make great ones. Because they needed more blood. So Lady Maria tried to make humans into great ones, tried to evolve humans into great ones, and failed. Although some say the natural evolutionary course for humans is to become the great ones and gain control over our reality. Lady Maria's experiments seem to indicate that it might not be the best idea. Yes. Yeah, the fake imposter Yosefka is herself a Great One infused clone. One of the more successful iterations but still a failure. In the technical sense, this is why these guys were called. The real Yosefka. The real Yosefka was killed and replaced by a double. Oh, oops, forgot to summon the guy. Hey, we are doing the living failures. We have just done... Yeah, what it was that replaced her was just kind of weirdy. Just one of the more human-looking ones. It still wasn't that much closer to a great one, and is not remotely stable, as you can see from her behavior. That's the fake Yosefka. This is what I've managed to grok. I may be slightly wrong on it, but I think that's what I've figured out. And by grok, I do not mean utilize grok. I mean comprehend in the hippie slang adopted from Robert Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land. I would never use grok. Now, not the racist AI, yes. The piece of slang by the kind of racist sci-fi author. Notice how she says, "I failed you." The term failure is a big theme in the research hall. There's all these, like, grand ambitions. But everything comes down to ego and stupidity and religious zeal. The hunters genuinely believe they're in the right. But they're really just making things worse in a lot of ways. And actually, failure is one of the principal themes of the whole Dark Souls and Elden Ring series. As we see through the gameplay. We fail and fail and fail. Like here. Fail and fail and fail. These guys have... I let too many of them spawn this time. Basically, they share one giant HP pool. The early ones have more HP, the later ones have less. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, Artorias is a meditation on, like, does it matter, like, is it noble just to try? And that's a big question. Like, we have to risk a lot for change. Is it worth it? Yeah. And that's Artorias. In a nutshell, that's Ludwig, the Artorias of Bloodborne, the best of us. The best of us has become a combination of knight and horse, and his hunters are nothing but violent are nothing but bullies. Frequently drunk on blood. Yeah, the best of us still fail. But we persevere, and we work to break cycles. In a country dealing with fascism and intense traditionalism, to the extent Japan is, Miyazaki is saying maybe change is going to be tough, but it's worth it. Even if the results are frightening. Because before things like Bloodborne and Dark Souls, Japanese art does not have an undercurrent of xenophilia. Because they're still struggling with the imperial and fascist past and present. The current Japanese Prime Minister, I found out a few months ago when I shared an interview with her, is actually one of the most conservative and fascist politicians in the world. They have, because they want to embody the future, but they also want to be extremely traditionalistic. Because they're very proud of what came before, and they're very proud of their ancestry and everything they built. And that is naturally going to sometimes be at odds with their futurism. Bloodborne tells us, whatever progress looks like, whether we know it or not, whether we understand it or not, whether it's scary or not, progress is progress. And progress has value. And Japan keeps on going, and we look at this in the Souls, and progress is incremental. Yeah, it might look really scary. It might look really weird. It might look like, all of a sudden, young people have pink hair and don't listen to you anymore. People are going to hospitals and transitioning their genders. And this is scary to a lot of people. But progress is progress. Even if we fail along the way. But at the same time, we must be compassionate toward the victims of progress. And there are many victims of progress. I mean, you look at a town, for example, that has had major economic growing pains and major cultural growing pains. This is what we learned from rural America. That the future is scary, and it doesn't take everybody with it. Wow. If I get stuck during fights, I should just start doing video essays. Because apparently that helps. And then Yamamura made it, which is good. Because I worked so hard to free Yamamura each time. Like, you saw last time, you watched me spring Yamamura during the max level, max difficulty thing. And it was some fucking Mission Impossible shit. It was nonsense. You were sitting there like, why are you doing this? This makes no sense. You were being slaughtered in one hit by these, like, weird guys. That was the running into that was the running into every patient hundreds of times. Yes, that was the thing. Yeah, that was to get the key to Yamamura's cell so that he could help me fight the living failures. Because those guys on New Game Plus 7 are no fucking joke. Their health keeps stacking. Their damage keeps stacking. When that health bar gets big enough, it's a lot of failures, and the early failures, one of them, the first one has like 3/4 of the health of a cleric beast. That's what's going on there. That's how scary that is. Oh man, I got no vials. And the summoning does scale up their health further as well, but, like, you got a guy to help you. The summoning, I would... flavor-wise? I think it's the bell can call a hunter from anywhere. Hunters are... simultaneously living in the hunter's dream and out of the hunter's dream. So I think it's calling for the dream of that hunter, for like the spiritual essence of the hunter to show up and help you. That's not the real Gascoigne. That's the Gascoigne that resides in the hunter's dream. He's in another dimension, essentially. No, because Gehrman's the god of the dream. Gehrman's not gonna let you call for help. That's Gehrman's house. He built it. Well, him and the Moon Presence created it together. A sort of panic room, yes. Because maybe he doesn't know exactly what Pale Blood is gonna do when she lands. Yeah, the Moon Presence. The source of all of our troubles. I mean, you only made it like, you made it 2/3 of the way through, right? There's so much you'll learn as soon as you fix your PlayStation and finish Bloodborne. Or have someone fix your PlayStation and finish Bloodborne. Give a buddy who knows about this shit some pizza and beer. And have him help you with that fan and stuff. This is what we learn as indie artists. Oh. Oh, nice, yeah. It's a rough one, yeah. It's in some ways a cool fight. It's not like the best thing Bloodborne has to offer. That's pretty good. The best thing it has to offer is Lady Maria, Orphan of Kos, Father Gascoigne the first few times you fight him, the DLC is the best stuff, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say, like, Hemwick Charnel Lane as a level is one of the best levels in Soulsborne. It's also one of the most perilous. And now, we're gonna get in a sword fight. I'll do this a couple times, and then I'm gonna call it to watch some Godzilla. I am on Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. I have a review of Godzilla vs. Megalon, I just haven't posted it yet. It is short, and it is very angry, actually. I found myself getting real salty. Like, just like, what the fuck, man? It's the one with Jet Jaguar. Like, I like Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar's fun. But, like, they're so, like... And the kid is excruciating. Particularly in the dub. I should have known to just watch it subbed. But I was watching on HBO Max because I was too lazy to, pick up the stuff around my Criterion DVDs. And that is the whitest sentence ever uttered. I did it! I know, Gigan is in Godzilla vs. Gigan first. There's actually some material, some of that Gigan fight ends up in Godzilla vs. Megalon. This is Lady Maria. You'll notice she's quite tall. Very attractive. She has an accent. She looks familiar, doesn't she? Where have we seen Lady Maria before? Oh wait! Some creep made a doll out of her. Yes. Which makes it worse. Well, he didn't turn the doll into a hunter. But Lady Maria is the greatest of all hunters. And the worst of all scientists. Oh, shit. Super armored during the dash. Goes off. Well, she's very vulnerable to the auger. Oh, I did not believe in the nudge. Yes, the auger, if your timing is perfect with the auger Rebriatus in this fight, it's not hard. But it's also still fucking awesome and feels great, because you're having like an awesome sword duel, and she's like trying to come at you, and you're going, Pacha! And you are calling on a Great One's tentacle from elsewhere in existence to stop her mid-swipe. That's magic. That's why I like magic in this game. Magic in this game is fucking sick. More so even than like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, I think. Hey, see, if you miss, if you whiff your parries against Lady Maria, she's almost insurmountably difficult. Getting in those first couple of parries, it's just necessary. Do you see how fast and good, how fast those swipes are? Yeah. The only way to beat Lady Maria is to basically not permit her to do anything. Because everything she does is rad as fuck. There's a balance you can strike, but using your gun instead of the auger. But we're doing arcane here. And you're going to want to watch your stam, and you're going to want to watch your health. And you're going to want to watch your distancing. Because you don't want to have to step into the parry. Yeah, she's got the rivers of blood. Do not whiff. Oh shit, do not whiff. That would have been beautiful if I'd gotten that off, but I did not. Oh, fuck. Wow. That time I should have healed instead of... I should have struck instead of healing. I should have trusted the nudge. Yeah, no, so you see, this is beautiful. This is one of the finest damn fights in Soulsborne. she's incredible. She's incredible. She is flawless. Even with her weakness to the auger, it is still a relatively fair fight. I am just really good with the auger. It takes time to learn to be good with the auger. That's part of this playthrough, is learning the auger. Okay, not optimal, that's okay. Okay, that one's armored. Yep. So this is, I'm gonna do one more time. And this is brutal. Yeah, she's brutal. And then I will, but basically, like, the first couple of times, hey! I'm doing okay. I am doing one last run against Lady Maria, one last fight against Lady Maria before I stop this. Basically, showing people how to do the arcane build. Lady Maria is tough. It's going to take you a couple of tries. It's alright. Tough things are tough, you know? About 6 years now. I previously did a New Game Plus 7 playthrough. At max level. This is my teach. What I'm teaching you for Lady Maria is auger for pressure. And parry when you can. I like this. I like streaming this one the most because I'm most familiar with it and I enjoy it most. Although I did have a lot of fun with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Oof. I am a novelist, a gamer, and, well, my hobbies aren't novelist. My job is novelist. Streaming is actually kind of my hobby, in spite of the fact that I made affiliates, so I technically am a pro. Yeah, no, I know. Robbable bot. I've had this conversation several times. But I've also had this conversation against people who have turned out to be real, except for the what is your hobbies thing. Okay, I think I'm done for today. But you can see how to kill Lady Maria. Yeah, it's just right now I'm not there yet. I'm not awake enough yet. And I'm moving a little slow. It's the end of the stream. I'll probably get her first thing next stream. I'll grab some. I should also grab maybe one more point of arcane for the extra damage. No, I know. Well, yeah. No, one more time. I'll talk about this fight. Yeah, one more time. I'll do this. I'm gonna essay about this. So, Lady Maria is a fascinating character because she's simultaneously a victim and an example of, like, bioethics gone amok. She's a mad scientist, she's a misunderstood monster, and she's, like, become the ultimate waifu somehow. Like, people love her, in spite of the fact that you just fought through this whole thing of medical atrocities. But she's so competent and so powerful. Oh yeah, no, Markiona is like Lady Maria 2.0. Although actually, the moveset was just stolen outright for Nameless Puppet. And that's okay. So yeah, so she's a fascinating character in that way, and she's also the model for the doll, who's like the biggest victim in all of Bloodborne. But also, like, a character who's weirdly sinister because she is affiliated with Great Ones, and with this new evolution I was talking about. Oh yeah, no, there's some Arlecchino in here too. Like, this is just like how a peak Souls boss fight goes. Except I added some juggling with tentacles. Because we're arcane. And Wizard's got a wizard. Oh shit! Oh, she did the super armored thing to avoid being hit by the auger. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. Yeah. No. This AI is not stupid. In spite of the fact that you can see her fall for a lot of juggles, she falls for those juggles because it's fucking physics. Like, it's me moving fast enough that she can't pivot around them. And if I move fast enough that she can't pivot around them, she's fucked. But when I can't, she isn't. Anyway, that's a fair amount to get through in one stream anyway. I did like the Forbidden Woods and the Shadows of Yharnam, and I made it here. So it's three bosses and mostly killing Lady Maria in an hour and 50 minutes. So I consider that a pretty good stream. This is a pretty good teach. Shadows is a fun fight, particularly if you decide to pick up the Alpha Het Whoop-Ass Patrol. And you're just all bouncing around together, and the shadows have extra hit points, and it's just like, it's fun, it's wholesome. Why not just play some Night Rain, you know? God, they need to add some of these guys to Night Rain. They really do. Like, maybe Lady Maria, maybe Shadows of Yharnam, maybe Orphan. You know, you can play Night Rain with Burgundy and I, and it would be just as good, or with Rowan and I, and it would be just as good. And I know that's like a damn thing, but we can still arrange that. We can absolutely get like Burgundy or Rowan or somebody, and we could play some Night Rain or Roxas. You know, like I know people. You can also just like for $3 a month, you can join the Tulok Discord, and Tulok's videos are amazing anyway. But the Tulok the Barbarian, he's a theory crafter who does pop culture D&D builds and pop culture Elden Ring builds. Like, he's beaten Elden Ring as Shrek, for example. And has a thing where you can squat up on Night Rain or squat up on Marvel Rivals in his Discord. And it's $3 a month. It's not that bad. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call it right now and go see some Mechagodzilla. Enjoy the rest of your day.